Hello, hello. How y'all doing? This is Pastor Carter. I'm so happy y'all choose to look at us today. We have with us today a rapper, a positive inspiration, even to myself, KidJay, from Ypsilanti. First ran across him on Facebook and then just kind of researched him from there and realized I definitely is somebody that we wanted on the show. Um, so with no further ado, we're going to pull everybody in and we are going to talk to Mr. KidJay. What's up, Allie?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm
doing
good.
good. Hey.
I'm good. And we got a special guest today, KidJay. Got a single out on all the major outlets. I believe I let him clarify if I'm wrong, but I believe it's In My Hood or In the Hood. And most definitely what we're going to do is I'm going to play this because I want people right from the get to see his talent and to see how talented he really is. And then right after this, we're going to pull him right in and then we can discuss some things with him, with KidJay. All right, here we go.
Me, I was certified. I'm like a Cuddy, I'm working day and night, chasing chicken, that's the only thing that's been up on my mind. It's like I work a 9 to 5, but I get paid to feel alive. It's red a lit at 21, I'm glad that I can live in mine. Since I started popping, they hit my number, they keep in touch. Shorty trying to text me, she on deliver like Pizza Hut. I just tune them out while I'm riding windows and speakers up. Haters be confided in others cause they can't keep it up. Who turn the heat up? Kicking it like I got my feet up. Can't nobody take my stripes like my new Adidas. I'm hotter than the devil with a heat or a COVID fever. I'm telling y'all I was bred different. 18 with 10K, you can say that my bread was different. Don't wanna be too specific. They say money talking, labels mad, I don't decide to listen. Had to cut a couple people off, we didn't share the vision. Closest friends been really tripping.
Woo, man, that is lit.
Yeah, that was good.
He's fluent with it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, let's welcome KidJay. What's up, KidJay?
Hey.
What's up? How y'all doing?
What's up, KidJay?
Nah, I'm chilling. I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all for, inviting me, so thank you.
Oh, no problem, man. Anybody that got positive vibes, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I'm all for it. And I'm pretty sure Ali and them, they feel the same way. And I'm pretty sure they'll let you know all that. But most definitely, man, like I said, I just heard that today, actually.
Yeah.
On Facebook. And they had me over here rocking. I'm like, man, that's the one I'm gonna put on the show. But most definitely, man. I mean, that's a straight up single that I would definitely put money on and buy, man. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I want to start off with a question. One of the things, what got you started into hip hop? What was it? Anybody that inspired you?
Yeah, it's funny, cause my movement is different. But I tell everybody this, and they be like, "What?" But the person that got me started was listening to Lil Wayne, back like the all the way back to like the Carter. I think it was either 3 or 2. My like very first MP3 player was an all red one I got from my uncle, and there was only one album on it, and the only album on it was the Carter. So every time I was listening to my music on my MP3 player, it would just play over and over again. So I probably know it by heart, I'm gonna be honest. But I just like the way that he just set up his words and his punchlines, to perfectly match his metaphors. So a few years later, me and my friends, we all freestyling at the lunch table freshman year. And it's like, I felt like I was the only one that stood out. So I kind of just took it from there and ran with it.
Yeah. Shatar, you have any questions for Mr. KidJay?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, I know that I know. Are you well known like in the Detroit area?
I think so. Yeah, I say
yeah. Okay. How old were you when you started rapping?
Oh, I was about 12 if you consider freestyle and rapping, like really making like
freestyle is a gift.
Hey,
like we used to get like laptops in middle school, and we used to be able to take them home. So I take mine home and I download this app that was called Audacity, And that's like the first thing anybody knows to like record their song on. So I used to take my computer home and go and like record myself from the mic inside the laptop, just spitting bars or what I thought was bars. But yeah, I started around 12, and then I didn't really start taking it serious until I was about 14, and I put out this song called Better Be. Then that's when my dad like he became my manager because he seen like, oh, you know, he actually serious about this, and he actually, you know, good. Or back then I was, you know, I don't know how to explain. I was good for my age. I was good for my age. But but the thing that made me keep going was the fact that I was 15 years old when I got into this contest in Detroit. It was called Detroit's Got Talent. And I was in there with all grown people that was like probably like 25 and up, and it was like a contest who had the best performance, best song, whatever, and I ended up excelling and making it to like the last of the like 4 people before, you know, you got to the cash prize and stuff like that. So once I kind of like knew that I could hang with people who were like twice my age, and I was like, shoot, I could actually turn this into a living, you know. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you say you was young and all that, and for your age, but doing that, I think you was pretty good.
No. I appreciate that. No, it just kind of I kind of feel like my progression from when I first started is to me it's kind of crazy because at first I didn't know how to put words together. I started out before like learning how to write my lyrics down and rhyme and have it make sense. I started off studying poetry because I had a poetry class in my middle school. My teacher, I used to like stay at the school with my friends, all that type of stuff. Like I thoroughly did my studies on all my words and stuff. So just so I could perfectly put my music together and just the liking that I like it.
That's the part I appreciate most with rappers when they look at the history of hip hop, they go back to the roots. That really helps. That's really important.
It shows how serious you are.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, I do have one more question. Because I know your raps are more positive, which I love, by the way. Golden Child was the one that stood out to me. I'm a big fan of the West Coast bounce, so I felt like so I was like, oh, I can, this is it. This is that one. So I appreciated that. But like, have you gotten any criticism from other rappers, people trying to come up because yours is so positive, or has it been like people been receptive?
I always felt like I was kind of overlooked in a way, or I always felt like in a way my music was unappreciated because we have like artists out here that's just wilding, in the videos, putting all the guns in the camera, and then at the end of the day, like where's that supposed to get you? You know what I mean? Like you can have all that, you can make your visuals look nice or whatever, but if you ain't got the content to match it, then what are you doing?
I agree.
True.
Very wise young man.
Yeah, I wish more. Yeah.
Very wise young man. Very wise. It makes me think
young. I thought he was younger than what he was, what he is. I told my wife, I said he looked like he about 15, 16 years old. And then I looked on the thing. I told my wife, I said, he's 21 years old. Yeah. I guess that's a good thing to look young, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I had somebody who was like, hey, bro, is you in school? I was like, no, if I was, I'd be in college because I'm 21 and the dude was like, what? He was like, bro, is he lying to me? He was like, he said I looked every little bit of 14 and 15 and she was like, it's good though, bro, because when you get older, you'll be all right.
You're gonna want it when you get older, trust me.
Yeah.
Sure.
I got a question for you. Like, what keeps you grounded being in a market where there isn't positive rap that doesn't include, you know, profanity and things like that? What helps you to stay, what or who or both helps you to stay grounded, you know?
My mom and my dad. It's okay. So it's three things. My mom and my dad, of course, because feel like I wouldn't be where I am if they didn't help me build my strive in order to push, you know, for my dreams. But and then my third would be my grandma. My grandma is deceased. She passed away about 6 years ago, and she was my best friend. Went to Disney World together, like all that. So just me thinking about her just gives me the strive to just keep going, no matter how different I look to everybody else. Because at first when I was little, I used to hate to be different because I always wanted to be like everybody else because I felt like, you know, since I was different, I was picked on. But it took me a minute to realize that like we all special in our own ways. So why try to change? You know what I mean? So yeah. So my mom, my dad, and my grandma.
Awesome. That's absolutely amazing.
Thank
And to
you.
have that support too. Not a lot of
Yeah,
people have
Yeah.
that.
yeah. Like
Definitely blessed.
my mom and dad really like they saved my life. Like a couple years back, I went through like a hard breakup, like depression and stuff, and I just was in a probably the lowest state that I ever was, you know, and
Mm.
it took for my mom to be like, all right, we about to go get you some help, you know, and I just kept denying it, you know, because I was so like, oh, there ain't nothing wrong. But if they would have never like, you know, like helped me or told me like we about to go, you know, help you get together, then like I don't know where I'd be if I'd be in the position that I am today. But yeah, I owe pretty much everything to my mom and dad, you know. So, yeah.
That's major that
It
you
really
can acknowledge that and you're receptive to the fact of that it was depression. You can name it and you
Yeah.
can own it. So that's a big deal.
Yeah,
I
thank
think
you.
another thing too is mental. A lot of times, especially in our community, we don't want to address it, right? We
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we don't have those kind of issues. You know, we don't
Yeah.
have we immune to that for some kind of reason. And
Yeah.
that's why, right? And that's why you have so many people. They like, what's wrong with that dude? He flipping out because he got
Yeah.
mental issues that never got dealt with, right?
Mhm.
So I applaud your mom and your dad
Thank
for
you.
identifying it and not holding to that cliche of black people don't have those
Mhm.
kind of issues, because we do.
Yeah.
Depression hits anybody. So I'm glad you out of it, but I want to congratulate your parents too, man, because
Yeah.
that's a big thing to identify it and react.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
definitely.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
So I
Mhm.
guess now in terms of rappers, because I was definitely Lil Wayne. I know all the Carters. I know all
Oh.
those. I know the raps. A Millie. I know how to rap that.
Uh,
Let's hear it, Alex.
Everybody know all the cards.
So I know all that. But like in terms of now, what's the type of rappers you rock with? Because
oh
you
man.
got different types. You got lyrical people and you got some that's singing and rapping. There's
Yeah.
a nice amount of different things. So what
Mm,
kind of stuff are you into?
I'm more of J. Cole. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm more of J. Cole, Eminem. Let's see. I would say Logic, but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
I'm about to say,
Same.
so still Wayne. So Wayne, Eminem. Sorry. Um,
You say Cole.
Cole. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, Cole. And there's one more. Oh, and Kendrick.
Kendrick.
To
Okay.
me,
That's
well,
fitting for you too.
yeah, and to me, like, I don't want to sound like the typical person that just listen to rap music, but to me, I feel like it's not right if I don't put Drake in there, in my opinion, because he's like the most streamed artist in like the world. so
I hear you. Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
put Drake in there too, just because of his versatility. That's what I say. And then for Kendrick and J. Cole, I like lyricism. For Eminem, the same thing. To me, I feel like there's nobody who can rhyme as many words together as Eminem can. Like he could take a word that doesn't sound like it's supposed to be together and match it with one. You like what? Like the other day, for the first time, I found out something that rhymed with orange, and I was amazed.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. That's the answer I would. But the Drake part was a little surprising. I understand. No, I understand in terms of versatility, but for what your style is, I'm surprised that you were like Drake, because usually it's the other way around. It's like,
I like Drake more that like more that like pop rap he like does, you know what I mean? So like his stuff where he tries to get lyrical is good too, but he hasn't really done that lately, and
yeah,
he kind of following a certain trend to keep up with everybody. But I don't know why Drake don't make the type of music he want to make, because of the fact that he has the fan base to carry it,
yeah,
So,
he can just do whatever.
like,
he can do what he wants.
Yeah, like the thing that got him the fan base in the first place was the way that he started spitting. So why didn't he just keep that going? I don't know. To me, unless you want to change it for your personal reasons, don't change something that's not broken. So
Yeah, good point.
I like Drake when he was with Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He was with Wayne. I don't know, for some reason they just, you know what I mean? Like Wayne to say something off the wall. You know what I mean? Like he'd say something off the wall, then Drake would come in and he won't say nothing about like no gangster.
Balance it out.
He just come in so smooth and just slide in.
Yeah.
And then they just paired well. When he got by himself, I mean, he doing good. I mean, ain't like he ain't doing good without Wayne. But it's just, I just like those two when they was together. That's all. I liked him better when he was with Wayne.
See, I like when Meek and Drake were beefing, like, and when he came out with the "You Reading This Is Too Late." Yeah, the back to back, and that he did a lot of rapping at that point. That was like,
He did do a lot of rapping.
That's when, I was like, I like Drake now.
He like the album I think it's Thank Me Later. That might be my favorite Drake album. It got, let's see, I think it's called Tuscan Leather. I think that's what the song's called. But no, Drake got a whole bunch of classics. Probably my favorite Drake song. I don't know. It's probably this freestyle he did. It's called 30 for 30, and it's pretty fire.
Yeah.
Mine is still Over.
Over. Over.
I don't know
hard,
why
that is hard. That's
that beat go cold. It's just so hard. Weird with it, but I like that.
But I mean, at the same time, I want to appreciate Drake's old music, but then like, his courses back then for like the first 3 tapes I think he did. I think Lil Wayne was writing his courses for him, and he was just doing the verses. So I don't know. I ain't trying to take no credibility from you. You know what I mean? But maybe that explains the change a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
One, let me say that I'm very proud of you. Like I really am. You are very, very bright and influential, young Black male. You are. So my question is, do you plan on doing any community outreach, with your background, just your mindset and things like that? I know that you will have such a positive, impact. Yes.
I've participated in all the I see my parents on the side talking.
Yes. Absolutely.
We've done I don't really want to call them charity events, because I don't really like to call it charity if I'm willing to do it. But we've went to certain schools where the kids like requested me, and like their music teacher was like, we have this positive artist on the news, and then It was this school out here in my city in Ypsi, uh, Estabrook Elementary. I went there and I have it on video too. I went there. I walked in the cafeteria. The kids was like, "Oh my God, it's him! It's him!" Like,
Cool.
and it was like it was like the first time where I was like, "Dang!" Like people actually like look at me
Mhm.
like this like this beacon of hope or something, you know. And
Mhm.
then I I go to this autistic program in Detroit, Charlie's Journey. It's with it's owned by this woman named Nina. Shout out to Nina, by the way. And we go out there and we help with the autistic children. We go to their award shows. We go there and help them build stuff. Cause my little brother, he's 9 years old. He's about to be 10, by the way. He's 9 years old. He's
Happy
autistic,
birthday.
and he's like my like heart. Like I call him my guy. So every time I walk in the house, he'd be like, "Guy, my guy," right? And then we do this thing, you know, where every time he gets a peanut butter and jelly, he'd come up to my room and be like, "JJ, I got jelly." And then we'll like do like this like dance together and be like jelly, like so I do it for him too, you know, majority of the time because my like dream or my goal is I want to build an all autistic high school for my little brother named after my deceased grandma, um, because I want my brother to go somewhere where he doesn't feel like he has to be judged for who he is, and I just want him to go to school and be himself without having to worry about a bully or somebody talking about the way he looks or the way he acts.
Mm.
So I feel like me building that school for him will make him the most comfortable he's ever felt with people that's just like him because I feel like they will understand him more, you know, because I
Wow.
know because I've met a lot of people where they be like, bro, what's wrong with your brother? What's wrong with your brother? And I'd be like, bro, like there's nothing wrong with him. You just don't know him. And he don't know you. Like, you know,
Right.
Yeah,
because
that's not
yeah,
fair.
because when he meets new people, he'll like hide behind like our arm and stuff and feel like sheltered. But it's like when he gets to know you, you know, that's my guy, you know. So so yeah, we do a lot of events where we like to reach out, and even if we don't reach out, there's a lot of companies that reach out to us or orgs that reach out to us, like, you know, we've seen your son, can he come talk to the kids? And like I've never turned down anybody because, you know, with my message, of course I do it for the youth majority. So yeah.
That's
That's good.
powerful.
Thank you.
Really.
My
Um,
son, my son autistic.
Yeah.
My youngest son is autistic. He's on the low end, but he still do things like lining up
Yeah.
things and the typical, you know what I mean, the typical
Yeah, yeah,
autistic
yeah,
thing. So
yeah,
just hearing you say that, man, that's a powerful thing because stuff like that is needed. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Mm.
And I think it's just a lack of education, a lack of understanding. Because I remember before my son was even born, me and my wife had went to the Detroit Zoo, and
yeah,
I guess it was Autism Day that they was having there at the Detroit Zoo, and I was unaware what it was, so I was looking around like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what was going on. I didn't
yeah.
know, you know what I mean, anything about it.
Right.
Of course, when my son got diagnosed, of course, that's when we begin to educate and try to figure out, you know what I mean, what's going
Yeah,
on and different things of that nature. But that's most definitely needed, man. So
yeah. I
yeah, most
appreciate
yeah.
definitely keep that.
And me, like I'm a behavior therapist, so I help. He's actually 9, who I help.
it.
He's my best friend. Like, I will do whatever I can to make sure he is able to function and do everything he
Yeah,
can.
Mhm.
And I've saw his growth over the last 2 years, and just watching him progress and being part of that is amazing.
yeah,
Um, I definitely agree there needs to be more places that are comfortable for them and just comfortable, like things that are accessible. COVID and this change with schools, it's not helping them. It's not
yeah,
fair. So I can
yeah,
imagine I agree with what you're saying
yeah.
completely.
It's been hard for kids, you know, who so used to learning in person, you know,
Mm.
who who needs to physically have their teacher there to show them, you know, it's different than doing it through a Zoom call and they showing you on the screen.
Yeah.
And they trying to go step by step. You know, it's, you know, they could be right there through the screen, but like still it don't feel like the same help. I don't know, like it's hard to explain because me, I've always been more of a visual learner, so I feel like if I would have done school online, I probably would have struggled a little bit. But my little brother, he's good online and he's good visually. My brother who is 16 years old, his name is DJ. He has a 4.0 at Ypsi High right now, and he like he'll be in class with his he'd be the only one on Zoom with his teacher until like 5 in the afternoon. I'd be like, bro, you're the only one that like stayed after school. Like this is like like I was like, how's this virtual and you still stayed after school? Like, but yeah, it's been a struggle, but he's still learning regardless. It's just not as the fastest pace as it once was because of the visual learning and you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Hey, salute to you on that. As far as if you had one artist, and I saw a picture with you with T.I. and these different people, but if you had one artist that you just love, I know you would probably get on with anybody and flow, and that's how you should be. But if you had your choice to be on the track with one rapper, who would it be?
Tough question. That's
a rough one. That's a rough one.
Think about that.
That's almost like you should, Tyra. Who would you sing a hook for?
What? I probably, you know what? I probably would go with I probably would do something with Wayne or Drake just because I appreciate their versatility and their lyricism. They are very, 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 very talented. They're thinkers. That's what I appreciate. Yeah.
Cool, man. Why you got to hit me with that one?
I guess for me it might be. Oh, go ahead.
Probably Nas if he do it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
probably Nas if he do it. Yeah.
You mean Nas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nas.
I know you're not talking about Nas X. I know.
I was like Nas X. Like what?
No.
We talking about?
No.
Scary for me.
Probably Nas because he's just one of the greats as far as storytelling. But like for me, it would have probably if not Nas, then I probably would have went with J. Cole. I feel like me and J. Cole would do a dope song together, in my opinion. So yeah.
Conscious rapper, yeah.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. I ain't gonna say. Well, I ain't gonna say it. To me personally, conscious rap, to me, for my preference, is better. Because I like, walking around my room playing the like speaker up, and I'm like, yelling the bars. I'm like, and then when I like a bar that I like scream at the top of my lungs or something, But it's different if you have like a melodic song like Juice WRLD or something, because then you like it's just, for me it just hits different. So yeah.
All right.
Well, what do you think of Joey Badass? You listen to him?
Oh, he's not. He's sorry. I got so excited I stuttered. Right? He's nasty. Joey's nasty. He has like that old school Brooklyn hip hop feeling. Like he don't sound like nobody from Brooklyn right now, in my opinion. Because right now, I feel like everybody in Brooklyn right now is doing more of that. They either doing melodic rap or they doing like like the drill stuff, like Pop Smoke.
Yeah, Pop Smoke. Yeah.
So that's the things that they attracted more to. But he more like he could have been with like Jay-Z and them back in the day type.
Yeah, he takes me back to like back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this. I know the lyrics to it, but I don't know the song. That was like I gotta actually search for that one. But he has this one song that I like, and I bang it all the time. But to me, lyrical wise, he's I would put him in my top 10 lyrical like in the game right now.
I agree with that.
Okay. All right. Y'all know I got to shout out. Y'all, I got to shout out Lecrae. That's my dude.
You said Lecrae?
Yeah.
Hey, I used to listen to him.
He is awesome.
I used to like him a lot, but then like I don't know, he switched up for like a minute. Like he was making like some other stuff, and I was like, I don't know. It's kind of like
change that sound.
Like I feel like he kind of quit after he like won that Grammy and was like, you know, shoot, I got a Grammy, now I could just drag it along, like.
He got to Hollywood.
He went mainstream. That's what happened. I mean, he was. I mean, like him, Trip Lee, Bizzle.
I used to listen to Trip Lee too. Yeah.
Yeah, Bizzle and all them dudes. They hot, man. But I think what happened to him was Lecrae. You know, he got that major signing, and he started. You know, and you know how people are. They was kind of on his head about it, which I was happy for it. I think in order to reach people, if that's what he want to do, you got to go and meet them where they are. Yeah. So I was happy about it, but then his music did change though. You know what I mean? Like it was like now he's gonna be on the radio, and so he got other things.
So like for certain artists, I feel like when they get to like a certain status, they just be like, you know, and I can just say whatever on the track. Like, y'all probably won't believe this. Y'all probably gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so disappointed. But I like the baby to a certain extent. Okay.
No, I hear what you're saying. No, I feel like I know what you're about to say.
People judge me for that, but like, I like his music, you know, but that's not like the main thing. Like he give me like that pop gangster type energy, and that's what I like about it. So
I can see that.
Yeah. Are y'all up on Joyner Lucas?
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, he did. Was it? I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. Did you ever see the video? I'm Not Racist.
Yeah.
It was a rap video. Yeah, that to me, the way he was able to write and talk from both perspectives of the situation, that is like
he's
to
talented.
have that lyrical ability is nuts.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to learn how to tap into that myself. Like that.
Like he has something different to bring.
Like how did he talk from African American person perspective, and then he talked from their perspective too. You know, it was kind of crazy because it was like, even though he is black, he knew like in a way how it felt to be on the other side. You know, the way
like he tapped into.
Like that's how how good his penmanship is. You know, and that's, to me, that's just nasty. And he's also in my top 10. Like, not just lyrical, but he's in my top 10 in general. Like, I could listen to Joyner Lucas all day.
Okay.
Yeah. I hear that.
Some people
What are your plans for the future?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Shatara.
I'm sorry.
So
what are your? Yeah, do you have any like upcoming plans or big things coming up?
Yeah. So right now, I'm about to do a tape. I'm about to release a mixtape or a tape or whatever. It's gonna be like half and half. It's gonna be like some songs are gonna be covers of certain hip hop beats, legendary ones especially, and then the other half is gonna be of original beats that I just found or that I even made myself, and I'm gonna spit over those too. Like I got a cover remix of Quiet Storm on my tape. And to me that is like probably the most challenging beat in hip hop like history. Cause to me that's probably besides G Thang, that's probably the best hip hop beat of all time. Um, cause that just Mob Deep is just so legendary for that track. But a lot of people was like, oh, you getting spit, but you're not ready for this and that. So I'm gonna prove that I am ready.
Hey,
So
there we go.
so I can't wait for y'all to hear the Quiet Storm whenever I go and record that. And I'm gonna have probably up to 8 to 10 tracks on there. Yeah. And it's gonna be called, it's funny because I just told you this earlier. It's gonna be called Unappreciated. It's gonna be like Unappreciated, like the like EP or the tape or whatever. And I don't know if I'm have any like big features yet or just features in general. I'm probably just gonna do it myself because I feel like projects with just yourself showcases more of the artist's talent or what they can do by themselves, rather than what they can do on the track. Because I have a lot of features with other artists to prove I can do that. But to me, I feel like I haven't tapped into my fully like solo ability. So I've just been working on that too. So yeah, right now working on the tape, just a little bit writing, and then when I release the tape, Jadakiss is gonna co-sign it for me, and he says he's gonna
Nice.
listen to it. He says he's gonna tell me what he thinks. He's gonna put on his story and share it to his people also. So yeah,
Ooh.
and so that's what's coming soon right now.
It's
And
awesome.
Thank
that's
you.
yeah. That's like
Hey, positive thing.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna say too. I'm glad that your family is managing you because these labels and these record labels can be greedy and take advantage of Black talent and
Yeah,
people that are genuine like yourself.
yeah.
So
Thank you.
I'm glad they're there for you,
Thank you.
for sure.
And share with them like your goals on, creating a school specifically, for autism, because
Yeah.
I believe that's something that they would definitely appreciate because it's something that's definitely needed
Hmm.
for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, y'all. Thank you.
Tap
Thank
into
you.
your network.
Yeah.
Tap into I'm serious too.
Hey,
Ti,
you telling you some real stuff though.
And
Yeah.
I'll
all of
support it.
them.
I'll share all of it.
Yeah,
ABA
absolutely.
therapy, I'm all for that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you can throw it in breathe, it's no problem, man.
Thank you.
You can
Thank
throw
you.
it in the group, no problem.
Yeah. Start speaking it out. Start speaking it out there.
I got
It'll
you.
definitely happen.
Yeah, positivity. And another thing I wanted to say, you said earlier about people being different, right?
Yeah.
And I look even at hip hop artists, you look at the people that was different. Eminem was different when he was little, right? So
Yeah.
you had a lot of different artists that was different that made it, right? Because because of that difference. Ludacris made it because he was different. When he
Yeah.
came on the scene, he rapped different. It was just a different
Yeah.
energy about him. So I think when you have that energy, that's almost like when I heard that, what is it, Bodak Yellow. I came home and I told my wife, I said, who is that? And she was like, that's Cardi B. I was like, that's about to blow up. You know what I mean? I was like, that's about to blow up. And it did. It blew up. But you can tell she just had the accent where she's from, plus that New York accent. So it
Yeah.
all comes together
Yeah.
with like
And then
a
she got the like she also got the persona to like go with it. So
Mhm.
like
Hmm.
they just kind of took it and ran with that. To me personally, I'm proud of Cardi B, bro, because I used to watch her on Love and Hip Hop,
Yeah,
before
she
she
came
was
so
ever
far.
with like they made her seem like the mockery on the show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like she was with the dude who was dogging her, using her, telling her that her music wasn't good, and now like I don't know, like that to me that's crazy, and that's kind of karma to like the people who tried to belittle her or make her seem like something that she would never be, because like what she did, with Bodak Yellow, and it just took off, and now she is where she is now. Like my dad always tell me, for an artist to blow, it only really take one song if you think about it.
That's it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And once you
Hmm.
get that one song and then you blow up, it attracts fans that if you have the consistency then you can keep those fans and keep adding on to that. She just kept hitting them with the consistency when she was hitting them track after track, heat after heat, and now she is where she is now. To me, that's all you really need is consistency, because you have a lot of artists out here who don't have no consistency. That they'll drop every 1 to 2 years and they'll be upset that it don't do nothing. But how do you expect it to do something if you haven't been consistent, with what you was doing? So, when people be like crying like, oh, my music ain't off the ground, but it's like you ain't got the consistency for it. You're not working towards anything. You're not putting any work in, so you're not gonna see any results. So yeah.
All right, Mr. KidJay, man. Look, man, it was a pleasure having you on. I want everybody to
thank you.
Go follow him. Is it KidJay at what's your handle? At where do you follow in social media?
On Instagram at official KidJay.
Official KidJay.
Yeah.
Official KidJay, y'all go follow him.
Yes.
Y'all make sure y'all go get his music. And before we go, I gotta listen to it one more time. And then that way the people that didn't hear it can hear it, right?
I got people in my hood that like to capitalize. We go 100 off the freeway in a Camelot. I know if I hit the city, I'm in every spot. Crushing toes, mama always told me I was certified. I'm like KidJay, I'm working day and night. Chasing chicken, that's the only thing that's been up on my mind. It's like I work a 9 to 5, but I get paid to feel alive. It's red a lit at 21, I'm glad that I can live in mine. Since I started popping, they hit my number to keep in touch. Shorty trying to text me, she on deliver like Pizza Hut. I just tune them out while I'm riding windows and speakers up. Haters be confided in others cause they can't keep it up. Who turn the heat up? Kicking it like I got my feet up. Can't nobody take my stripes like my new Adidas. I'm hotter than the devil with a heat or a COVID fever. I'm telling y'all I was bred different. 18 with 10K, you can say that my bread was different. Don't wanna be too specific. They say money talking, labels mad, I don't decide to listen. Had to cut a couple people off, we didn't share the vision. Closest friends been really tripping.
He said I had a couple people off, didn't share the vision. That's like when I heard that part, I almost fell out the chair. I was like, man, because I'm telling you, I know Ali and Shatira can identify with it. People sometimes just don't share your vision. You don't.
You know what I
mean? No.
You gotta push them on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure having you on, KidJay.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you.
Hey, no problem, brother. Hey, man, I definitely look out for me. I'll be messaging you on some things, okay?
Okay.
All right, brother.
All right.
Hey, that was dope, man.
That was amazing. Sure. I love that.
I'm telling you, when I first heard it, like I heard the first one, and so I was like, okay, that's dope. And then I heard that one, I was like, wait a minute, that's real dope. You know what I mean? Like that's
good.
That's on the radio kind of dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was on point. I know you had an engagement, so what we're going to do, we're going to go straight into your segment. Allie's segment is going to be, she's going to tell y'all about what's going on, basically what's going on in the civil rights world and
yes, in the civil rights world, yes. So me, a lot of my work is in Oakland County as well as Dearborn. I do work in Dearborn, so and live in Oakland County. So with Oakland County, there's been the Dearborn police chief. He has posting a website and things like that. Things he's doing to make sure people are treated fairly during police stops and things like that. And he claimed unbiased policing. He's went to, the Detroit News made comments about how his department practices colorblind policing. And I've been speaking out about that, why colorblind policing is wrong. And you're not acknowledging our color, not acknowledging all that being Black is. You're not acknowledging racism, and that is racist to us. So I've been speaking out about that. So there's a few Detroit News and a few other articles with that, as well as Dearborn City Council. There was an article that came out with the Times Herald News, and they were talking about censoring our comments about, basically saying we shouldn't be able to address city council members or even ask questions. Some questions that we have should not even be answered. is the quotes that are in that article. And that was a committee of the whole meeting. And since then, been, doing a lot of media around that and why that is wrong and why that is unfair, because we're talking about Black people. We're talking about justice for Black people. Why is that needs to be censored? So, a lot of my work has been around that as of late. And lastly, just in Oakland County, we've been talking to the Chief Deputy, Hillary Chambers. And in November, a lot of Oakland County officials announced that they wanted to have more transparency in the police department and things like that. So with Hillary Chambers, she's, trying to update the Clemens system, which is the system that is currently used for police data and things like that. So we have a meeting with her next week on Wednesday, and we're going to talk about how it should be transparent for the community in Oakland County in terms of police data, who's being held accountable, so everyone feels safe.
All right. Yeah, I think it's very important that people know what's going on in the community as far as activism, right? Because a lot of times I get so busy, I don't even know. You know what I mean? So
yes,
I think it's one of those things that you need people that's always connected, so you'll know what's going on or what's coming or what has. So you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that before we go to the next segment?
No, I feel like, I will say that I hope that in Dearborn, with everything that's transpired, I hope that racism can be declared a public health crisis. And I hope the city council can put that forward, because racism is a real problem that affects all of us. And in order for us to all be in unity, we need to get past that problem. And in Oakland County, I will say that I really, really hope to see more accountability in each police department. And I'm confident that me and my team will be able to make some movement happen. And the people we're talking to seem to be open to the idea. So really optimistic about that. And that's all I got.
That's all I got. All right, we're going to go to Shatara. And y'all know this woman, the trailblazer. So I'm pretty sure she gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about, her foundation, her nonprofit, and different things that's going on in the community, as well with domestic violence, different things of that nature. So we're going to have her do her thing, and I'm just going to play. If that's all right with you, Shatara?
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at this, you do a lot of work as far as not just domestic violence, but what else? It seems like you do even more.
Yes, I do a lot. My God. So your Rebirth is the organization that I'm the CEO of. We focus on breaking generational barriers within underprivileged communities, with a focus on housing and supportive services. We there on the screen there, you see a couple of different events, community events and stuff like that we have done, but also a few of our housing projects that we're working on in our food distribution initiatives that we continuously take on, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. Right now, our housing project is focusing on housing women and children experiencing domestic violence, one being an emergency shelter and the other being a permanent supportive housing option for women and children as well. For those of you who don't know, domestic violence is a life or death situation, and it should be taken that just as that. during COVID-19, the numbers are skyrocketing through the roof, just with individuals being confined with their abusers, really with no other options. It's really, 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 really been quite an ordeal, and the demand is overwhelming at this time. Just in 2018, there was reported 18,000 domestic violence cases, and that's a 39% of all cases for the state. So that just goes to show you, here we are, a few years later with, COVID-19 hitting. Those numbers are there's a 70% increase in domestic violence cases. In fact, most police calls that they get are domestic violence calls. And for, I think, 60% of officers wounded are from domestic violence calls. There is a hotline that I would like to share publicly. There is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. The number is 1-800-799-7233 for individuals who are in a crisis. Please, again, it's 1-800-799-7233. That is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. We also have a program that we started before COVID-19, but we had to stop. We tried to do it virtual, but it did not work out. And I really didn't have the support to carry the program like I really wanted to. But now I do. So what we're going to be offering starting towards the end of this month is a domestic violence empowerment program for women. It will highlight financial competency, job preparedness, and guaranteed job placement upon completion of the program, life skills training, empowerment, and business seminars, and a 12-week program. So the idea is to get individuals, these ladies who are seeking assistance, and basically wrap our arms around them during this time. Usually when you're in a domestic violence situation, there's a lot of things going on. Your finances, your health, your mental health, all those different resources are needed in order to basically get better. And we want to make sure that our women are stable and independent upon completion of this program to change the trajectory, of their outcome. So.
All right. That was Shatara the Trailblazer. And this 1-800-799-7233, can you tell them what that is for again, please?
Yes, that's the National Domestic Violence Hotline. National Domestic Violence Hotline. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. This has been a very good show. I enjoyed it, man. Like I said, I love to be entertained, right? So I love that little short clip. I can't wait to hear the whole song. I'm definitely gonna get the whole song and be bumping that. But anyway, it was a pleasure. Thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for watching the show. We really appreciate it. We're looking to have more content, better shows, different things of that nature. So stick with us, grow with us, and just see what we do. Is anything that any one of y'all want to say before we close out?
Well, I just appreciate everybody tuning in. It was a really good show. I feel like there's great things. KidJay is going to do great things, and I really want the best for him. And that was really exciting. I just look forward to see what's to come.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks everybody for tuning in, watching. This is the community spotlight. So, we appreciate the viewers and things like that, but just don't be a viewer. Actually do your part. Don't just watch us. You see KidJay and his efforts, great young man, support him in his efforts, tap into your networks and see, who do I know, that can help this young man, or what can I do, to help this young man. And then Allie and Pastor Carter and I, what are we doing? How can you help us, or how can we help you? But thank you again for tuning in. It's a community effort.
All right, y'all. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.